Good morning, New York. My name's Kimberly. I have some jokes. So I'm renovating the apartment and just doing some basic floor work, tearing up the linoleum, and to my surprise, there's beautiful wood floors underneath. So I went over, hung out with my girl yesterday, and we were just catching up, and I was like, what's up with you? What have you been doing? And then she let me know and filled me in, and then I told her, I'm doing the floors, and I just don't really feel like doing them because it is a lot of work, but I'm working on it, and then I was just like, I don't know, dude, fuck the floors, and she was like, oh, fuck the floors for today, and I was like, yeah, that's probably best, probably just for today. I was gonna completely give up on the floor project, but I went to go see my girl, and we had a good time. She's telling me like a little bit about what she thinks, like, why I might not be feeling well, because she's very sweet. She dotes upon me honestly as a genuine dear friend, and she's like, well, what's going on? Because I went in and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling very well. I feel nauseous and I don't know, I just don't feel well. And she's like, what have you been drinking? What have you been eating? Have you been drinking enough water? And I was like, well, and I told her, filled her in a little bit about what's, been going on. She's like, okay, so you mean to tell me that you've done nothing today but performed 3 times throughout the Bronx and Manhattan, and you've eaten nothing but a half-eaten, leftover strawberry frosting from the side pocket of your fridge, and a $5 crumble cookie that you got in Manhattan. And I was like, yeah. And she just was like, and so, don't be like me, you guys. Get the help you need, and don't channel your eating disorders through your career. Don't be like me. Get the help you need, and I'm sure there is a quick resolve. There's no need to channel that type of toxicity into your career. Butter and sugar have their nutrition, and so I've been eating, and that's good, and I'm getting older. I just turned 30, and it's a good time. And I was just thinking about how last summer, 2024, that was the best summer of my life. The summer before last was the best summer of my life in terms of skateboarding and longboarding. So I'm from Portland, and that's like a total I feel like that's super West Coast vibes. And I moved here 3 years ago for performance arts. So when I go in to my friends and stuff and tell my girlfriend, I'm not feeling well, and she's, oh, you've done nothing but perform today 3 times throughout Bronx and Manhattan, she's referring to the ukulele that I have when I go out and busk. And so that's what I came here for, as well as comedy and acting and dancing, all the performance arts. And so another thing that I like to do, a hobby of mine, is skateboarding and longboarding. And so I was out there last summer, and I just noticed a difference. It's much different than the 2024 summer, where that was literally every single day, balling very hard on that longboard and skateboard. And it was so much fun. And then last summer of 2025, I just noticed a difference where I was just going about my day and, rolling around, cruising. But I noticed that I had to do this a lot more. No, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna be a second. Go ahead. And so this is me as a 30-year-old now. It's different. It's different when you're skateboarding. A couple of years go by, it makes a difference. But I just particularly felt the pain of this when an older woman, and I mean an older, heavier set lady, I mean it was like a thing to get off the bike, like heavier set, older woman, like heavy, older, like it was a burden for her to go out of her way. And anyway, she's in the bike lane, and I'm catching my breath with my little skateboard, and she comes over. She's like 60 or 70, bro. She's pushing the 70s, I swear. I saw a lot of gray hair and wrinkles, and she came over and she's like, "Are you all right, dear?" And I had this moment in my life where I was like, I think this is aging. You know, like in the bike lane, it was very much a moment of a more mature, sophisticated woman who has lived decades coming over to dope upon a younger woman with fewer decades. And I think this is the circle of life. And I went busking on Christmas Eve, and I had a lot of fun. It was so much fun. It's always so much fun. It's always the best time. It was Christmas Eve. Got all dressed up and makeup and hair and outfit and heels. I did the heels that night. I remember because you never forget the night you wear heels. And I was just rocking, jamming, and I was like right outside Margaritaville in Times Square, and busking with the same gear that I have here, and making just a couple of buckaroos, you know, making that cash where I can, and it's fun, and people smile, and this guy comes up and he gives me some weed, and he says, "Do you want some weed? I heard that you were looking for some," and he goes, "I'm gonna help you out because it's Christmas." I was like, "Oh, that's really nice, thanks." I was a little hesitant to take it because you never know when someone gives you like a joint, if it's rolled with something, you know, but it was fine. And he just got to talking to me, and we were hitting it off. And this was Christmas Eve. This was right before. This was when I was still single, and so I was out in the city looking. I was like, let's have fun. It's Christmas Eve. So it was the exact type of energy that I was looking for, and like that type of excitement, and like that is the fun vibe. And he was younger, like, and we were talking, and then he's like, "Oh, but it's my birthday. It's my birthday, and I think we could have some fun," or something like that. And we were just talking, and we were like shooting the shit and flirting right before I was about to perform. And I was like, well, why don't you just stick around for a couple of songs, and like he's like, "Sure, do your thing, and then after you're done performing, we'll go over to Chelsea Piers and smoke." I thought, okay, that's a public place, safe enough, should be fun, should be safe and fun, and I can still get my work done, and okay. 3 songs into my set, homeboy just dips, or was it 5 songs into my set? After I had, but not everybody, you know, my music isn't everybody's cup of tea, so whatever, but honestly, it was homeboy's birthday. He showed me his ID, because I didn't believe him at first. I was like, "Yeah, right, it's your birthday. You're just trying to get, like, luckier." You know, I was like, "Yeah, right, it's your birthday." He showed me his ID, and he covered up the year, but sure enough, it's 12/24. And I was like, "Oh, shit, okay, well, do you want a blowjob? Or I gotta play this guitar, but it's your birthday, and we're having fun, and you're cute, young boy. So, I think we should, do you want a blowjob?" And then he's like, "Well, why don't you perform, and go ahead," and checking it, and he just dipped after like 5 songs, and that fucked me up, bro. Cause for the next day, I spent Christmas Day in the shower in the morning, like taking like just a lonely little shower, and I was like, who turns down a blowjob on their birthday? What man? So my mental health has been stable since then, you could say, and very, very much a high self-esteem as well. And not to mention, being a whore is liberating. Being a whore is liberating. And I encourage every woman to be a very dirty whore. The punchline is coming with that one soon. It's just fun. It's just fun. And but I'm saying, if you are a whore, in fact, congratulations. It takes guts. It takes courage. It takes a high libido, in fact. And I was just thinking, because I am a whore and I'm liberated by my sexuality, I believe that I would be the best bad influencer babysitter. Just hear me out for a second. I just tell the kids, do drugs, get knocked up, go nuts with some graffiti, shit, get loose, do whatever you kids do, but whatever, you do, just don't. And they're like, but I thought ketchup and chicken nuggets, and I'm like, shut up. Here's some nuggets, here's some mustard, here's some ketchup, and you're like, but what's the point of life? And you're like, you shouldn't even be asking that. You're like 2 or 5. I don't know. Your head goes up to the doorknob, however old that is. And I'm just like, I think you kiddos should not listen to the men who are coming into the schools or the adult staff who wear the DARE t-shirts, the black t-shirts with the red font. Yeah, don't listen to those guys. Those guys, they'll take you into a closet and fuck you really hard if you get alone time with them. If you just stay, don't listen to them, they will. And you have to be careful of what those, they don't know what they're talking about. You have to do drugs to stay alive. So I would be the bad babysitter influencer, and then by the end of the dinner, the kids would be like, but where's my dad? And I'm like, oh, I accidentally fucked him so hard, he died, and now your mom is the only one left to take care of you, and life is exactly like this. So enjoy every little bit that you can before your happiness and sparkles completely evaporate into the air. And sometimes life is messy, but I was on a YouTube live once, and this was like 2 weeks ago or some shit, and a homeboy just wanted to talk some shit and say, blah, 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 yada, yada, you're just like a hot mess. You're just like a hot mess. And I was like, I would say it takes one to know one, but baby doll, you was just a mess. Thank you so much, New York. My name is Kimberly Poncè. Enjoy your day.